What's going on, boys and girls? Welcome back to another Magic Chronicle video. So we're going to be talking a little bit about what's been going on in this game and what you should be doing with your diamonds. So these right up here are going to be a very important resource for you based on what you want to do and how you want to control the actual game. So the diamonds are used for multiple things. So we're going to go ahead and explore the many different ways to use them, what my suggestions are and how to use them and where to use them. And then also lastly, what you want to do with them and why you might want to save up until you hit a certain point in the game in order to take advantage of some of the higher end wishes that this game has to offer. Okay, so let's go through the actual use of diamonds for free-to-play players up to a certain point, and then we'll talk about where you hit the magic mark in order to unlock a special summon ability, which I'll show you guys real quick here, is going to look very much like this. So if I go to the main city here, to the book house, you guys already know this page, pretty straightforward. When you go to the Witch's Prayer though, you have the opportunity now, like in most other idle games, to summon characters of your choice. And this actually unlocks the ability to summon demonic characters as well as divine characters, so you can get yourself more dupes for units that you may not be able to get very easily through the regular summoning wish book, right? So this right here is going to be what you want to save for. It does cost 5,000 diamonds in order to summon, but along the way you have the opportunity to get yourself elite cards for heroes, ultimate jackpot, which is a lot more diamonds. You get yourself the ability to get yourself eternal gear, also enhanced torrents, and some consumables along the way for 8 hours. And as you keep going here, you can see there's a little bar that ends up going higher and higher. Every time you wish, you can draw one reward. Every wish adds to the wish power value in wish power bottle, which will grant you the hero when it maxes out. So when this goes full, you're guaranteed the hero. Along the way though, you have the opportunity to get yourself things here. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and do one of these and show you guys how it works, just so everyone's on the same page. So here, let's go ahead and do this and see what we have here. There you go. Very lucky. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. This is a very common thing happening to me. I have no idea why I keep getting these units every time I summon, but I've been able to get the units that I've been putting on here. At this point, probably 70% of the time. I've now done 7 of these wishes. I've had 2 seraphims, 3 ninjas, so that's 5 out of 7 attempts. I don't know if that's, I just gave you a rough estimate there, but I think that's even higher than 70%, right? So it's pretty wild to know that this is like something that's happening. I think it's RNG luck. I don't know what it is, but I'm able to at least now be able to get that. Now, until you get to that point in the game though, there are other ways to spend your diamonds. I'm going to go through them real quick. Okay, so let's talk about a little bit of these things, because I think it's important you guys understand what your diamonds value is and how you want to do it. Now that right there unlocks at 15-1. So as a free-to-play player, if you're fairly new, that's going to take you a while to get to, because let's be real, there's a lot of paywalls along the way. Many free-to-play players will get stuck at 12.5, which is kind of where the big wall starts to happen, and then from there it's just going to take patience to build your characters, get dupes. For the first little while, most of your diamonds are in fact actually going to be used for summoning in the wish book, the hero summon section here, okay? So you are going to be able to get yourself these wish summon cards, but for the little while you're going to be supplementing your diamonds with these cards to get yourself heroes, because the real truth is it's very difficult to get resources in this game, and dupes matter so much. Like your power goes up substantially when that happens, because along the way, as you get dupes, your protagonist is also going to have this collection here. It's called the right here, the memory album. And every time you get a dupe or a new character, it gives you a character frame here you can unlock, and then from there you can also upgrade your CP and increase your total stats for your entire team, right? Which is a pretty damn big deal. So summoning is going to be your #1 form of using your diamonds for the most part. Now, things like skins and all that also come into play. For example, Marco Polo had a skin that came out. If you plan to use him, skins do help. They do in fact give stats to characters, so diamonds will be put towards that. I believe his skin was 588 diamonds, so which isn't too bad if you plan to main him, but please be careful how you and which skins you buy. Other skins are just straight out full on real pay to win money, so that you won't have a choice with, right? So that's another thing to remember. Now, also inside of your workshop, remember that in order to return a hero back to level 1, you also do require diamonds, right? So if I go, like, if I want to return him, for example, or him, it is going to cost me, right? So I don't have sufficient gems, as you can see. So it does end up costing, I think, about 25 or 50 gems. So that's another way to use it. You can see I have no gems left just because of that summon. It was worth it, though. I think I got myself another ninja. So that's something to keep in mind while you're playing this game. Now, another place you want to spend your gems, and this is going to be a tough one, is not the value pack here. Okay, so the value pack is not, honestly, do not spend your gems here if you're free to play. I meant to say it's not worth it. Everything here you can farm manually. Now these things here are going to be important eventually, because we have this thing called, if I go back to the protagonist, we have this thing in the collection called a treasure collection, which are going to be these things that you can buy or sometimes collect through the game, and they give you stats, they give you guys certain bonuses, etc. Right? So these little items that you just saw earlier will level up these treasures, which look like musical items along the way, but there's also like other things like boats, windmills, etc. Right? So these are all things you're going to be able to collect. The only one I know is this one here currently that you have to buy, the saxophone, and I believe this daily one here as well too. After activation, every time purchase the daily first top up, you get an extra 100 attack, which is crazy, because that's pretty, like, for whales, that's gonna be huge, and that gives a big advantage for spenders, right? I believe that, sorry, this is the one here that you have to buy. So that's $99, by the way. So for gems, you may want to consider getting some of those items, but again, not until you're further into the game and you actually unlock some of these things. Okay, Common Mall. Now this is a place that you're gonna definitely spend a little bit. Your gold here, not a bad idea to buy these flashy stardust, because eventually you're going to need quite a bit of them. The telecontrol dice is actually kind of nice, and the turtle dice is nice as well. For 2020, it's not a bad price, especially because during the roll times you might want to land on a treasure chest. So, for example, you spend 20 dice, you land on a treasure chest that gives you 150 diamonds. So you've now just got more diamonds for spending only 20, right? So a very good idea to sometimes buy those, depending on how much you spend time on those rolls. Everything else here, not worth the cost. Okay, definitely not worth the cost. Now, once in a while though, you will go into the Skyland and you'll do the space-time section here, and you'll do, this is what I was talking about, by the way. For those who are wondering, these are the cards, and sometimes you'll land on something like this here, which will give you guys, actually no, that's a discount. Actually, this is not a bad thing to talk about. Right over here as well, when you land on this, sometimes your diamonds will be used here as well too. They have really good discount items sometimes, and it's worth purchasing some things with your diamonds. But I was talking more about here. So when you want to land on a summon, or if you want to land on here, which will give you guys diamonds, it's worthwhile having these available just to use it in this section alone. Okay, so that right there is definitely worthwhile. Now, also when you do the Sanctum exploration, you're gonna sometimes land on a shopkeeper here, right? The shop here, and no, not the shop. Sorry, it's like a little NPC that sits here. And you're going to be able to talk to this NPC, and sometimes the NPC does sell some really good discounted items. Sometimes your diamonds can be used here as well too, but for the most part they're really expensive. But once in a while you'll stumble upon something that's worthwhile picking up. So absolutely look here, guys. Don't just jump through. Actually take a look at it and see what's available to you to purchase. Don't have this unlocked yet, so I don't know what that is. And then Supreme Realm, this is just a place you fight and you just gain rewards along the way. So those are the places you really want to focus on. Now, Arena, some people will ask, Payne, would you use diamonds for Arena? I personally would not, unless you're really close to getting like the 500 or the 200. No, not the 200, sorry. The 200 here. Like, you get enough Arena points along the way. You should be able to clear most of this, but if you are looking to get some of these rewards and you're off by a few, I mean, it doesn't cost a lot to do an arena match, so it's not the worst thing in the world, but still don't really recommend doing it if you don't have to, because again, it's just, gems are hard to come upon, especially when you're a free-to-play player, right? So there's that as well to keep in mind. Now, that pretty much sums up all the things gems are for. For whales, I mean, you're going to use gems accordingly, right? According to your account, you're going to use gems based on, like, if you want to unlock exclusive weapons or if you want to level up exclusive weapons, etc. Those things are going to matter to you. Obviously buying out shops is going to matter to you. Summoning, you probably are only using the wish summons like I showed you guys in the beginning, but outside of that, everything else you can pretty much farm and level up. The only other thing some whales may do, and I don't know if free-to-play are really into this, is getting more gold through this. There's an opportunity to get a 2x gold, like a critical hit, and get more from there, but I don't personally recommend it for free-to-play. I think that's too costly for you guys, so I would stick with just doing the just farming gold, right? That's another thing. And also for free to play players, don't use your gems to do fast like AFK idle rewards. Don't do the fast or the quick battles to get them. Just again, farm it naturally. It'll take less time, or it'll take more time, but it'll be less costly for you. So for diamonds, guys, realistically, it's up to you. If you want to start saving for 15 in order to summon for some of these divine characters or demon characters, you're more than welcome to, obviously, but keep in mind, in order to even get to 15, you're going to need to have some pretty powerful characters and teams along the way, and in order to do that, you're going to need dupes, so you may want to focus on summoning first and buying some of these dices along the store just to max out a little bit more on your diamonds. If I missed anything along the way, guys, let me know. Remember to keep some diamonds aside in case you need to backtrack a character and because you got more dupes on another one, and add them to your list. And also for free to play, never ever also do the additional. Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about because I forgot what it's called. The Faith Oracle. Don't add more with Faith Oracle here. Okay, it's not a good idea. It costs a lot of gems. Just be patient about it. It'll happen over time for you as well too. Okay, so those are things I would recommend avoiding, and those are the things I would recommend doing. All right, guys, this is Payne again. If I missed anything, let me know. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Take care.